Welcome back to Balls.
Show us your balls. Please? Please show us your balls.
We never ask. We never say please.
Literally never asked. Please show us your balls.
Well, we've never said please. We've been so inconsiderate.
Right, therefore we've never asked.
That's not true.
We've only ever demanded.
Oh, I see. I don't think that those are, like, antonyms. I don't think ask and demanded,
right,
can't
but, like,
overlap.
Asking is polite and demanding is demanding.
I think asking doesn't need to be polite.
I think it is, though. At least where we're concerned. Anyway, welcome back to the ball pit.
Yeah, welcome back. We hope you had a good week.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Malachi. I use they, them pronouns.
And I'm not your host, Grace. I use she, her pronouns.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Or if you'd prefer an adjective, then I suppose this week is musical.
Musical?
Yes.
Well, tell the audience about the musical.
Well, I got a new instrument in the mail the other day. By the other day, I do mean yesterday. It's a traditional Armenian instrument called a duduk. And it sounds great.
I think we even talked about the duduk on the podcast previously.
Possibly when I was originally hoping to get one. Like 15 years ago.
Does it live up to your expectations?
Yeah, it's a fun instrument to play. It's nice to play a wind instrument that I can actually, like, enjoy for once. That's not to say I don't enjoy playing trumpet. It's just I don't because it's too loud.
It's not that you don't enjoy playing trumpet. You just don't enjoy playing trumpet.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my lips feel a little weird because I was playing it for a couple of minutes before the podcast started. I haven't built up that tolerance yet. Ugh, and my hand's a little sore because I'm pretty sure I've got carpal tunnel. But that's neither here nor there. I'm recording my podcast, by the way. I need to print a sign. I keep forgetting to print a sign.
Yeah, you haven't got around to it?
No, I've got fucking... my brain doesn't work, so I don't remember things.
No, I understand that.
And you get distracted.
For me, I just live a hermit lifestyle.
Ah.
So no one ever talks to me.
Yeah, you kill all the people in the house, nobody can knock on your door.
That's a little bit far. See, the problem with that in terms of hermit lifestyle is that then you'd have to see those people in order to kill them, you know?
Sure, but not after you kill them. It's a one-time
but
thing. Small sacrifice.
I mean, like,
for the greater good.
But it's like a zero-time thing if you just don't ever see them.
I don't know why I did that. I just played my jaw harp once. Now you can't edit it out.
Why not?
Because I talked about it.
I could edit out you talking about it.
Right,
we could just have a
be
long...
talking to yourself right now.
No, I could edit this out too.
Alright, well, if you're seeing this, then Malachi's a stoopy head for God.
I didn't say I would edit it out.
Whatever. You know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about balls.
I'm all ears.
So last night I watched a movie. I watched a movie called Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, classic movie.
Starring David Bowie.
That's not how you pronounce
the Goblin King. Dude, it got to the point that even he didn't care how you pronounce his name. There's like 3 canonical pronunciations and he's fine with any of them.
Yeah, but no, like everyone always does this, the only one that anyone ever does.
There's 3 though, and one of them is wrong. And that's
There's
Bowie.
3?
Yeah,
Okay, tell me
Bowie,
the 3.
Bowie, and Bowie.
No one's ever said Bowie.
Yeah, people have. People do.
No one has. I don't believe that anyone on this planet.
It's literally spelled the same as the knife.
Everyone calls the knife Bowie.
No, people call it Bowie, and people call it Bowie.
I've
only
heard
people call the knife a Bowie
Bowie
knife plenty of times. It's regional. I call him Bowie because fuck you. And I don't have to justify if I'm.
Bowie is. It's pronounced Bowie, by the way.
It doesn't fucking matter.
The knife is pronounced Bowie.
It doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, I watched The Labyrinth last night, starring David Bowie as the Goblin
Actually, wait.
King.
So you pronounce it the only wrong way.
I will fucking hurt you.
Because there's 3
Let me talk
pronunciations,
about
right?
the movie.
Wait, I just to be clear. You said there was Bowie, What's the way you do it?
Bowie, Bowie, and Bowie. The right way. My right way.
So you pronounce it Bowie, which no one else on the planet does.
So many people
The
do!
knife is pronounced Bowie, but most people pronounce it like the artist.
Bowie, yeah.
Bowie.
Look, I will point you at least one person that pronounces it Bowie.
You.
Other than me. Carl
What's the other
Smallwood is a
person?
Fact Fiend YouTube channel.
You literally a YouTuber, I don't trust him.
That's your fucking fault. Let me talk about the movie.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's a movie about a kid who's really fucking mean and wishes that the Goblin King would come and take away her little brother who's crying because he's a fucking infant. They did not rotoscope that baby, by the way. They just made him cry.
How do you know?
Because there were other
Did you see
people in
behind
the
the
shot.
scenes? You could rotoscope in a shot with other people.
rotoscope the baby. You just don't do it. It's not the done thing.
Okay, I'm not gonna interrupt every single thing you bring up about this movie. Go on.
You don't rotoscope the baby. So it's an epic adventure full of betrayal and gigantic fucking balls.
Tell me about the huge balls.
So I'm gonna start with probably my second favorite of the balls, and then I'll move to my third favorite, and then I'll move to my first favorite.
Interesting.
So my second favorite are the rocks, the boulders. They are summoned forth by one of the adventurers that the main character eventually teams up with. I cannot remember their name, even though they're my favorite character.
Sarah.
Sarah's the main character, not the. I'm talking about the big hairy dude, the cool guy.
Jareth.
Jareth is David Bowie's character.
That's also known as the Goblin King, which you'd know if you'd actually watched the movie.
I did. I literally said starring David Bowie as the Goblin
Sorry,
King.
go on. Toby.
Toby's the fucking infant. He's neither big nor hairy.
Wise Man.
What the fuck?
Is it Wise Man?
It is not.
This isn't any of the first 5 characters that
God
show
damn
up.
it. Fucking.
Sorry.
I'm pulling it
go
up.
on.
I'm pulling it up. Fucking.
There's a character called the Worm.
Yeah. There's literally a fucking worm.
Sorry, I'm gonna go to the Labyrinth fandom
Go
and
for
go
it.
to the male characters entry. Big hairy guy? You don't mean Hoggle, do you?
No, he's a fucking little dude, and he's not that hairy. I'm talking about fucking. Where the shit? Why is he not showing up?
Do you mean Ludo?
Ludo! I do mean Ludo. He's great.
Lovely.
Yeah. So he's friends with the rocks. He uses the rocks as weapons. Like, when you first meet him, one of the rocks is, like, hanging out around Sarah. She's like, I wish I had something to throw. And then a rock just rolls up behind her. She chucks it at Warwick Davis's head. His helmet spins around. He uses his little bitey stick to bite his friends on accident.
Let's go.
And then Sarah frees Ludo. And then they go on an adventure to the Stink Factory.
Is it called the Stink Factory?
Well, it's called the Bog of Eternal Stench.
I see.
So after all of that happens, the next character that they meet, which I remember the name of because it sounds like fucking testicle bits, is Didmus.
It's a sick name. That's Sir Didmus, right?
Sir Didmus, not to be confused with Epididmus, which is just a part of genitals.
You know what he and Ludo have in common under character information?
What's that?
Years alive, unknown. They just have no clue.
Hang on, are you on like the wiki page?
Yeah, I'm on the Labyrinth wiki. It has so much information. I can't believe how much information there is.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ludo, for instance, showed up in Return to Labyrinth? Which is, apparently, he's mentioned only, because Return to Labyrinth is something in Lemony Snicket's series of Unfortunate Events 2, maybe?
Oh, he's mentioned only.
I don't understand how the connection is. Is this
It's probably
a real
just a
piece of media?
reused puppet.
Or is this... But he's mentioned only. He probably doesn't show up.
Oh, it's probably.
But then, why do they also... It seems like the thing that they wrote that says Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events is supposed to be... Maybe this is just a different entry.
Maybe, I don't know.
It looks almost as if he was mentioned in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, where he was described as being in Return to Labyrinth. But Return to Labyrinth is a thing.
Yeah. It's a comic book.
Anyways.
So, So Didymus is pretty cool. He's a dog. He rides a dog. A dog puppet. Ambrosius, the dog. It's his steed.
Of course.
Pretty cool. I want to talk about my third favorite balls. And they're David Bowie's balls.
His balls?
Like his literal cock and balls.
Yeah,
like during the magic dance scene, it's just so you can see it through the outfit because they just left it in during the magic dance. He's just fucking jumping around and it's just there. You can just see it.
Huh. I don't like that.
No, it's fucking weird. But like, it's there. You can just see it. Fucking wild. This is a kids movie, by the way.
Well, okay, that'll happen in kids movies because it's just like, I don't know. Like, have you ever been to see like the Nutcracker performed?
No.
Well, they've. Oh my god.
You're dying.
Just drink some water. I'm fine. It's just water.
I mean, it's a ballet, so there's gonna be tight clothes. So.
Yeah, they wear. They wear big tights, very, very tight tights.
And then the first favorite balls, which are also David Bowie's balls, but these ones are these ones are Fushigi's. He does contact juggling in that movie. It's pretty cool.
Is it contact juggling?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you think he actually did it, or do you think the contact juggling?
I think you need to shut the fuck up before I punch you. I will walk to your house and punch you square in the stomach. You won't be able to breathe, bitch. With that thread over, that's been my in-depth analysis of Labyrinth. It's a good movie.
What do you think about it?
It was a good movie. You should watch it.
But how good? How good? Compared to Pirates 1, how do you compare it? How do you rate it?
If Pirates is a 10 in this scale,
Pirates
I'd give
is a 10?
This scale.
Okay.
If Pirates is a 10 on this scale, then I'd give it a 6. Maybe a 7.
Ooh.
Pirates is like my third favorite movie of all time. So
6 or a 7. I guess that doesn't mean much to me,
actually,
so maybe asking you for
Pirates 1 is probably closer to a 7 or an 8 because Pirates 2 is better in my opinion.
So then, I see.
Yeah. You know, since you're making me count them as individuals.
Yeah, well, I've only seen Pirates 1, which is why I was hoping to use it.
I mean, it's good shit, though, you know? It's a really good movie. Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
Do you like Muppets?
I am a fan of Muppets.
Then you'll like this movie, because it's got tons of Muppets in it. It's literally
Well, they don't
made by
have
Jim
the
Henson.
Muppets, is the thing.
Well, the Muppets are like a group of Muppets. They're not like all of the Muppets. Muppets is just a type of puppet created by Jim Henson.
Well, I mean, like, I have a favorite Muppet, you know, but, like...
It's probably fucking... What, Skeeter? Is that his name?
Skeeter?
Yeah.
There's no way that's a real Muppet. That is a real Muppet.
Yeah.
That's not a real... Okay, this is technically a real Muppet because they made 100 Muppets, and this one is Scooter's twin sister. This is not a real Muppet in the sense that no one has ever known this Muppet.
Dude, literally people know this Muppet. That's why I know this Muppet.
Why would it be Skeeter? Why
This
would my
Muppet
favorite
has been
Muppet be
around
Skeeter?
because it's a fucking hilarious name.
That's not my
Also
favorite
because
Muppet,
she looks like Miss Briggs from iCarly.
I didn't watch iCarly.
It's because you had a fucking good childhood. Oh, you didn't.
I guess.
You didn't need it. You didn't
I
get.
didn't
you didn't
need
get.
it.
You didn't get this trauma. iCarly was trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Muppet?
I mean, like Muppet of the Muppets, or just like a favorite Muppet in general?
Well, both, I guess.
My favorite Muppet in general right now is Ludo.
Okay.
Or the one of Adam Savage, because that was funny.
He has a Muppet?
Yeah, he made one. But I think my favorite
right.
of the Muppets is... It's cheating to say Fozzie. That is cheating.
Why?
Because I'm
Why
biased.
is that cheating? Everyone is biased.
He's a bear. Bears are cool. I love bears.
Everyone is biased. I feel like this is an insane thing to say. If you're like, imagine if you like played the drums and you're like, oh, I would say Animal's my favorite Muppet, but I'm biased. I don't know. Animal could just be your favorite Muppet.
I think. What's the fucking dog one called? Rolf?
The dog one?
Is that Rolf?
I'm imagining like a Pluto situation in
Rolf.
which there's a dog Muppet.
Rolf the dog.
Oh.
He
Okay,
plays
is
piano.
Rolf like sentient or is he more like a dog?
He plays the
He is
piano,
like sentient.
so-
No, you're right. Wait, but does he talk?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Okay. It's not a Pluto situation.
Oh, the fucking Bunsen and Beaker are pretty cool too.
There's lots of good Muppets.
'Cause they're
That's the thing.
gay.
You start thinking about what's your favorite Muppet, and I'm
There's
like,
so many
I like
queer
Animal.
Muppets. What the fuck? Why
Yeah.
are there
Then
so-
you have Gonzo.
the fucking rat. I
rat is
forgot
funny.
about the rat.
There's one of them named Dr. Teeth.
Dr. Teeth. Dr. Teeth? What the fuck?
Honestly, I don't even like Dr. Teeth, but I do like his name.
Who's Dr. Teeth?
Dr. Teeth is one of the people in the band. I think he's like the head guy.
Oh,
of the band,
he's
even.
the fucking dude with the face. The
Yeah,
orange.
yup.
The orange ass everything.
But he's got a green face, actually.
Well, he's got the nose and the hair.
Yes.
That's orange.
It's indeed true.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm looking at Animal and I'm like, why the fuck? They look like... Animal looks like a member of the fire gang from Labyrinth.
Interesting.
There's a song called Chilly Down with them. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah? What's it like?
Ridiculous.
Interesting. I'm not gonna watch this right now.
Well, no, of course not. But, like, it's ridiculous.
I just got off of reading week. I was
Nice.
back at my parents' place doing readings. You know what I did now that I'm finally back? I played Guilty Gear Zerd because that game finally has rollback.
I did mean to ask, what's up with your fucking custom status? Fucking Grigory Potemkin's birthday was in September.
No. I'm talking, of course, about Potemkin from Guilty Gear.
Who the
Today,
fuck's Guilty Gear?
the recording of the podcast, Potemkin birthday,
Right,
October
I mean,
18th.
2 days ago, Grigory Potemkin died in the 1700s.
I don't know who Grigory Potemkin is. I'll be
He was
completely
a
honest.
Russian military commander.
So the thing about him is that he's not Potemkin from Guilty Gear.
Right,
So
but
okay,
that's
what's
probably
funny
where
about
he gets
this?
his name from.
Yeah,
You've probably heard of the
who cares
concept of a
about Grigory
Potemkin
Potemkin?
village.
I've never heard of the concept of a Potemkin village.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't. The first time I heard the word Potemkin as a name, as anything, was in Guilty Gear Strive.
A Potemkin village is it's like a construct meant to deceive people.
Oh, it's like a fake village?
Yeah, it's like North Korea.
I don't think that all of North Korea is a fake village.
Well, no, but it's like the parts that you see in mainstream media, where they're like, North Korea's not all that bad, it's all good, and then you get like a real guerrilla news person who's like, this is what it
I
actually
see.
looks like.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
It's like
because
Baltimore.
It's not like you
You
were
can
trying
go to the
to...
harbor and it'll be fine, but then you get like anywhere else and the roads are fucked.
it's not trying to trick people into thinking there's a town there as much as it's like this definition says that it is conjured often by cruel regimes to deceive both those within the land and those peering in from outside. Because you're trying to show them like an idyllic village where there
Everything
isn't
is
one.
fine. You just close your eyes and do not think too hard about it, you know?
I was picturing like a military thing where you make a fake village so you can trick them into like attacking a fake village or something. But I guess that wouldn't really make sense.
They did
People
that with
won't just
tanks
attack
in World War II,
villages.
with fucking inflatable tanks.
Yeah. Oh, I did hear about stuff like that. Inflatable, not just tanks even. They had all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it was Operation Fortitude.
Yeah, I thought this was more like that, but you're right. It's more like North Korea type stuff. Yeah, but I'd never heard that term before. I did hear about Potemkin. So the funny thing is that actually not just one person in this call owns a Guilty Gear game. You also own a Guilty Gear game.
I do.
The very guilty game
like
I played.
3 times.
Well, that notwithstanding, inside of that game there's a character named Potemkin, and it's his birthday today.
I think that's dumb.
I think you're dumb.
Yeah, well, who's making money tomorrow?
Are you making money tomorrow?
I'm starting to cat sit tomorrow. I'm going to be cat sitting until Saturday.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, making a little bit of money, getting to hang out with some cats, playing some fucking video games on my friend's PS3.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think it's dumb because I'm celebrating a fictional character's birthday?
No, I think it's dumb because you're a nerd.
Oh, that's fair. I understand that. Anyways, that game got rollback. So now I'm playing that game, and in a balls-related note, that game has balls in it.
Yeah, so does every game.
That's not true. Not every game has balls in it. Look at Minecraft. Zero balls.
Minecraft has balls.
Name one ball in Minecraft.
Literally the fucking the fucking fish things that make you float.
Fish things.
Or no, they don't make you float. I'm thinking of the.
You mean bubbles?
No, I'm thinking of the Guardians. I was thinking of the fucking.
The Guardians are not balls.
They're roughly ball shaped.
Those are very square. You should have said it's slime balls. Then you could have owned
Slime
me.
balls, sure. Snowballs, fucking.
Yes, Minecraft does actually have balls. There are games that don't have balls, though.
Like?
Pong has no balls.
Pong is literally tennis.
It's not literally tennis. It's much closer to ping pong.
Right, which is table tennis, which has balls.
Okay, let me think of an actual game. Fucking Space Invaders. No balls in that game.
Space Invaders has balls.
Wait, what is a ball in Space Invaders?
Projectiles.
That's not a ball. It's a, bullet.
Bullets are balls.
Balls are not balls.
They tend to, be roughly ballish.
Okay, this is not roughly... Okay, do you think of, in Tetris, when you have a 1x4 line, is that a ball?
Tetris has balls.
Okay, first of all, we're getting to that later. After you try and... You're not right about the Space Invaders thing. And if you look at Space Invaders, the bullet is clearly, 5 pixels in a line. That's not a ball.
That's just the fucking tracer.
Okay, we both know you're wrong about this. It's a laser. You're shooting a laser. You're not shooting a bullet. You're shooting a laser.
Laser is light. Light is particles. Particles are balls.
You can't, win just by saying that every single thing is balls. Space Invaders has no balls in it.
Space Invaders does have balls.
It has no balls.
I'm looking up Space Invaders.
What are you going to claim about this that's balls? The bullet is obviously not balls. When you say that, you're just, showing yourself as a fool.
Some of the aliens are vaguely ball-shaped.
That's
Not to mention the
obviously not
score
true.
marker,
That's just not
which
true.
has
That's
zeros
just
in
not
it,
true.
which are
Oh my God.
balls.
A zero is not a ball. Everyone
Zeros
knows
are
this.
round.
Zero is not a ball.
Round is circle. Circle is ball.
Is a circle a sphere?
It's a 2D projection of a sphere.
But it's not the same.
It is the
Is
same.
a coin a ball?
Coin is a cylinder. Coins are cylinders. They're already 3-dimensional, you dick.
Well, the point is that a coin is a cylinder, right?
Point is,
But
a coin's a cylinder.
A 3D projection of a cylinder could be a circle. Which is to
Right,
say
but it doesn't
that-
have to be.
Which is to say that there's no, one way or the other. You couldn't tell, based on a circle, whether that's a ball or not. It's ambiguous.
I'm just saying, every game's got balls.
It's not... I've just given you... Space Invaders has no balls.
Space Invaders has balls in the form of zeros.
That's not a ball.
And O's.
It's insane to say that.
And
It's
the
just
tiny
like a zero is
projectiles
not
that
a
the
ball.
little spaceship shoots.
No one believes this. On Ball Pod, you're gonna like you don't need to reach. You're on Ball Pod. You understand that this is a safe space for balls. You can say, you know what? Space Invaders doesn't have any balls.
It
and
does,
that's okay.
though.
Oh my god. You can just keep saying this. You're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even need to go to
Tell me-
Tetris because I know what you'll
tell me
say
an
for Tetris.
actual
You'll say,
game that
oh,
has
it has
balls.
0 in it.
No, I'm not gonna stoop that low for Tetris. Tetris is fucking balls in it.
Like, what is that other than zeros?
Have you ever
and
seen
O's?
a score screen?
Oh my god, because it has zeros and O's on it?
No. I'm googling it. Original Tetris. Original fucking Tetris. Fucking has balls in it.
I don't think you're right about this.
There's a
unfortunately.
fucking dude in Tetris. That's not original Tetris though.
I think if you're going to original Tetris, you're screwed for finding balls in Tetris.
They're gonna be like roughly rounded, but or not rounded, but like fucking fucked, you know? Ahem. So you know those Russian castles with the gigantic fucking bulbs on top?
That's not original Tetris.
Yeah, it is. It's the fucking
No, it
Tetris for
isn't.
the NES.
That's not the first Tetris game.
It's the original, like, officially published one.
No, my god, that doesn't count. Obviously, the first. That's not even true.
Look at the fucking balls on those things.
That's not even true. That's not even the first.
You're
Tetris.
not even true.
You just said wrong things. You said this is the first Tetris ever made. That's just not true.
It's the
Ever
first
released
officially published one.
Not true. That's
By
just not true.
Nintendo! An official
Nintendo.
publisher of video games!
There's other Tetrises that were published officially before them.
Your mom was published officially before that.
The IBM version doesn't count because it wasn't released by Nintendo.
The IBM version can kiss my ass.
Because it has no balls.
Tell me another game that doesn't have balls in it and I'll prove you wrong!
Tetris. You already had Tetris.
Tetris has balls, though.
It doesn't. That is not. It's not the original version of Tetris.
Give me a game that does not have balls in it. I will prove you wrong.
See, I could stoop lower. I could say, in Minecraft you have snowballs, but that's not even really a ball because you look at the pixels of it. It's not really a ball.
Everything's gonna be not actually a ball because of pixels.
Yeah, that's the thing. We would get to this point. You'd make me argue that 0 games have balls in it because your screen is pixelated.
And
you
that's
don't
how
want
the
that. Neither of us
podcast
want this.
dies. This is the actual canonical official last episode where we prove that balls don't actually exist. It was all a lie! I feel like I'm halfway between, like, myself and Wallace Shawn right now.
I just can't believe that you would tell me that Tetris has balls and then
does.
prove with just like literally not the first Tetris and say this is the first Tetris ever published. Just not true about that, by the way.
You know what?
And you'd say,
I'm not
the
a
bullet is a
fucking.
ball.
I'm not a guru of all things Tetris. Okay? I'm not fucking omniscient. I'm not omnipresent. I don't know things. I know some things. Like, I've learned some more about Myst because I kept reading the book.
Is the book going well?
The book's good. I'm almost done it. I've got like 2 chapters left. I've been taking it really slow.
Yeah.
But I finally got to the point where Myst as an island actually exists. Turns out Catherine wrote it.
The book.
Myst, yeah.
Oh, wrote Mist. I see.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
She wrote kind of a shitty island.
You fuck. You fuck. I fuck. You fuck.
I mean, like, you could have made it better is all.
It is freaking amazing, Myst Island is.
There's literally no fruit trees. If you're gonna tell
That's
me an
because
island
you
is
go
amazing,
to a
there's no fruit
different
trees.
age to get the fruit.
Why not just have also fruit trees on
Because
this
it
age?
was written as a fucking like it was written as an escape.
But there's also one line. There's also really good orange trees.
What?
You could have written one line. There's also really good orange trees.
That's not how that works though, because then you'd have to build an entire ecosystem.
No, just nice orange trees.
Do you realize how complicated the art is? You'd have to
I would
probably
be
use an
way better
entire
than she-
page just to add one fucking plant.
I'd be really good at it, and I could have written the orange trees in.
I highly doubt that.
I am built different. I could write the orange trees in.
Fucking Gen couldn't even write a stable age.
Gen was cringe. That guy hated
Sure,
his son,
he is,
and I would never have that problem.
And he literally trapped his son inside his study.
See, I would never have that problem, is the thing.
By the way, I'm getting to the point where Atris is starting to do the things that starts to kick off the events of the second game.
Yeah.
Like trapping his father on Riven.
Cool.
Which is, like, literally the next chapter is when that's going to happen, I think.
Game with no balls, by the way, is Asteroids.
Asteroids is literally all balls.
It's not all balls. They're all jagged.
You wanted to fight.
They're all jagged.
Sure.
Not one of them
you know what
is a
else
ball.
is jagged? Fucking everything. Nothing's perfectly smooth.
These are extremely jagged. You look at these and you'll remember. You're gonna be like, "Oh, you're right. I never expected."
I
that
know
this
what they
ball would
look
literally
like.
Be concave.
They're still balls because balls are not perfectly round. I would call a gigantic boulder a ball because it's fucking roundish.
Yeah, that gigantic boulder is not like concave in 4 different parts.
Fucking bowling balls! They've literally got holes in them!
Yeah, but those are different though.
Your face is different!
It is.
I will.
Anyways, to the original thing that I was saying is that Guilty Gear has balls in it because of the best character ever made in any media, which is of course Kum Haihun.
I don't even think that that's the best ball character.
I'll send you an image right now. You're just not right about this. Unfortunately, here's an image of Kum doing the classic move, her classic move that she's known for. So the thing is, you say...
That is not a ball.
Oh, you haven't seen the balls yet. Let me show you the ball. See, the thing is, you'll love this character, because what's good about this character is that she plays an instrument. So, that's good.
Is this the one that plays the shamisen?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know every instrument, and I don't know that one.
Send me a picture of her instrument.
Yeah, 1 second.
The best ball character is 1-1 from Infinity Train, by the way.
By the way, there's the orbs that she can make on, like just whenever she wants.
Who is this character?
Kum Haihun. She plays like a giant... It's not a harp. It's like a harp guitar thing. I'm not finding images of it.
Guilty Gear, Kum Haihun.
So the thing is, I keep using she, her for her, and you might be confused because I've sent you images of a gigantic muscular man with a huge beard. The thing is, Kum is actually a tiny girl who uses a robot of a giant, like, strong guy. It's the funniest thing to exist on the planet. I'll type in the name if you're trying to search up.
I'm trying to find the fucking the instrument.
She plays a big thing with long strings. If you find her intro, that'll have her playing it. Oh my god, that video is loud. Here it is.
The Gukwin.
Is that the instrument?
Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Well, she does tuning.
Wait, this is like just an actual guitar that I'm looking at.
I think that's fan art. I saw a similar image of her playing a guitar, and I think that's just fan art.
Okay, that's fair. Is there a character that plays shamisen? I swear there was a character that plays shamisen.
Tell me how to spell the thing, and I'll let you know.
Shamisen, I think.
Bikin might. I might be wrong about that. Do you play this with a bow or with your hands?
With a plectrum.
With a plectrum?
Plectrum, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's shaped like a rice spoon, kind of.
Interesting.
I swear I remember there being a character that played the shamisen.
My best guess would be Biken. I'm not finding any images of her playing it. When I searched up Guilty Gear Shamisen, it did show me a video with Biken. That's a very confusing image because there's like 100 things. That's in Guilty Gear Strive. That's a mod that's making the character Ino wield different items. Like wield different stuff. Like that's not a real character in Guilty Gear. That's like as far as I can tell entirely modded in unless it's a character that I don't recognize.
I don't know.
I found the same thing. It's not a character I don't recognize. It's supposed to be a kitsune version of the character it's modding. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I don't even know what that means.
What?
Kitsune.
Fox.
Interesting.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, it looks kind of like other characters that have existed. But it isn't.
You don't know.
Could have been in a different fighting game. Apparently there's other fighting games that have stuff like that. Oh, this is not a fighting game. I'm looking at a gacha game.
You want to know another game I've been playing recently?
What other game have you been playing recently?
Scorn.
Scorn. How was that game?
It's alright. It's pretty good. I like
Have
it
you got
because
the
I really
gun?
like the aesthetic of it. What's that?
Do you have a gun?
Yes.
So, I heard someone that I respect very much for games criticism say, I don't like this game, but also I don't really like puzzle games, so that's probably it.
Yeah, it's a missed like for sure. But it's also like Resident Evil 1.
Right. So, I think saying the gun part is... That was just so I know vaguely how far into the game you are. But...
I mean, have you seen gameplay or played it?
No. It's all based on people talking about it.
I mean, do you want to play it?
Not really. It's probably not my type of game.
Alright, and I'll tell you the last achievement I unlocked was 7 at the lowermost point. Played for 3 hours.
Interesting.
And I also made a friend and had a child.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, this game's way different than I understood.
At the very beginning of the game, the first thing you do is find an egg person, and I claimed them as my kid.
That's crazy.
I named them Humpert Dumpert.
You get to name them?
Well, no, but like I
Okay.
came up with a name for them. I called
They
them
should let you
Humpert.
name your character. Your egg creature that you claim.
Well, they get left behind like 5 seconds later, so
Still, I don't even care if they never show up again.
you can either fucking murder them or free them from their egg.
Good.
If you free them from their egg, it's a lot slower, but then you don't have to kill them.
Wait, is slower? Like you just like literally have to sit there for a little bit?
Yeah, they don't know how to walk very well, so you have to wait for them to walk.
That's interesting. And that game does look gorgeous.
Oh, it's fucking great. It's like, I mean, it's Geiger inspired. And when I was like first loading it up, I was like, this looks like a Tool music video. Turns out that's because Tool worked with H.R. Geiger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Tool music video.
They're pretty interesting. They look like Scorn a little bit. I mean, in
That game looks so good.
Geiger-esque.
It's just they made that game so pretty.
And you know me. You know I'm all about the fucking biopunk
Oh, yeah.
bullshit.
Veins on the wall, you're hyped up.
You can just look down and see inside of yourself. It's pretty cool.
You
I
can?
can't do that. Yeah, you can.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking at reviews now because I went to see some images of it again because it looks so good.
It's really
People are like,
good.
this game is boring. And they're like, it's fucked up that all these people played
Well,
a puzzle game when they weren't
look.
expecting a puzzle game.
I'll be honest with you. The game has been like 7 years in the making.
Yeah.
Fucking 2014 is when it was originally announced.
It seems like people are complaining because it's a horror game rather than a first-person shooter.
Yeah, I mean, kind of probably. To be fair, though, sorry, I got distracted.
it's okay.
It plays like Resident Evil when it comes to like gunplay and shit, because it's very resource managey in that if you're not careful with your health and ammo, you can get to a point where you're either like somewhat soft locked, or you just have to literally dead sprint past your enemies and into the next area where you could hopefully get health and ammo.
Well, it's like the horror game type thing. You don't want the combat to be so
right, but
fun.
It's like
you don't want people playing like Doom Eternal in your game. I see.
Like, I got to a point where I respawned like 10 times, and it's not quick respawning. It takes a couple minutes.
That's a thing that I think basically everyone doesn't like. That's my problem with horror games sometimes, is that if you have fail states in your horror games, where it just means you like, not just horror games, but horror games I think especially have problems with this, which is when you have fail states, and it means you just like have to redo content. Like, no one likes that in like non-horror games, but in horror games especially, like, you lose all of the punch if you keep dying to the same guy over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I think the horror games that succeed are the ones that force you to like when you restart, it's not like restarting from like pretty close to where you just died, and they actually make you like lose a lot of progress, so you have to like be scared again before you lose again.
Right.
Like, Five Nights at Freddy's was super popular. That game, like, I mean, of course, everyone eventually was like, I'm no longer scared by this game even a little bit. Yeah. But I think that one had a better chance for a long time. Like, starting you at the start of the night means that every time it's like, oh, I just have to try the night again, instead of feeling like you lost, like, tangible progress.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, while Scorn is a little stingy with its checkpoints, it is at least somewhat fair with them, kind of, to a degree.
I think that I don't think that this game is as bad as people are complaining about it. I think people just didn't understand what type of game they were
It's literally Cyberpunk all over again, where it was overpromised 8 years ago, and people are pissed because development changed and shit, and now it's
I think Cyberpunk had more problems.
Well, yes, but like I'm saying it was a fine game. It was playable for the most part. There was a couple of issues.
It launched, that was like
when it launched, sure, but like when I played it, it was perfectly serviceable. It was an interesting game, and I was able to get through it, which is weird because I don't get through RPGs like ever. But I was able to get through it. I had a decent time. It was a perfectly fine game, and people were just being weird about it because they were so horny for the version of it that they saw 8 years ago when it was announced. And then it took 8 years to develop.
I do think being disappointed by AAA games is different than being disappointed by Scorn, because Scorn, there's like only so much you can hope for, but like CD Projekt Red has like made like games that people really like.
I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about it as a fucking. I'm using it as a comparison, and it is.
But I think all of that matters to how much people are going to expect out of your game. I think that people expecting more out of your game because you're a AAA studio with AAA money.
Sure, but like
makes sense.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how it's a game that was announced 8 years ago. It is going to be different. Like, money or not, Scorn was announced 8 years ago as one thing, and then it took forever to develop. And if people expected to get exactly what they were told they were going to get 8 years ago, it doesn't happen like that. Nothing happened like that.
Yeah.
That's like being told the new iPhone is going to literally make you shit yourself, and then it doesn't.
That's pretty good, actually.
And, like, sure, you're probably not upset about it. But, like, if you were upset about it, it's a little weird, you know? Because you were promised something that just doesn't really make sense now. It took this long to develop for a reason.
I just think that, like, the promises that studios make are, like, you do get to hold them to that a little bit. I just think you get to,
but like,
and think you get to hold them to that more when they're AAA studios.
Right, but when it's been 8 years and
I
shit's
agree.
Going
I think
to
that
change.
the all of these people complaining, a lot of people are being like, "Oh, it was only 5 hours." Those are all the people who like.
Myst takes 30 seconds to beat. That's my favorite game.
Well, like it's like
the best.
Whenever someone says that, like, I completely agree. People are too too attached to like hours of gameplay at this point.
I will give them that it is a $40 game.
$40 for 5 hours of content is like an extremely good rate when you're not like someone who's like been playing video games for like 100 years.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, it's a good game though. I just wish it was a little less unfair. Because if this was just a walking puzzle simulator, a full-on Myst clone, or not Myst clone, but like Myst-like, in the most pure form, then
you want less
this
horror.
well, no, horror is fine, but I'm just saying like.
I mean, like
less survival.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Survival is the right word. I mean, like survival horror maybe is the thing that you're thinking about.
Well, survival horror is like you have a gun
you're right.
and you're trying not to get killed. I'm down for the horror. Right? I fucking love the horror. Body horror is like one of my favorite types of horror.
Yeah, yeah. When I say survival horror, I meant like you don't want the survival horror, but you still want the horror parts. But you're right. That survival is just a better one. You don't want the fact that there's all.
I don't mind it. I just wish it was more appropriately implemented. You know, like it's fun. I just wish that they either gave you more health and ammo or made the enemies less fucking ridiculous because they can literally 360 pivot on a dime. So that the only way you can really dodge their attacks is if, one, you attack them as they're attacking, full-on Bloodborne like attack canceling. Two,
you just
run
don't
around
want to deal with all that
so you cannot get hit. Or three, you kill them.
That makes sense because you like the Myst parts of the game more than the survival horror parts of it.
Oh, even that's not true. I fucking love this game's like. I just wish that like the small enemies were one-hit kills with the pneumatic gun. The medium enemies were like maybe 2 or 3 hit with a pneumatic gun, and then like the fucking big guys, you're not gonna kill them with a pneumatic gun. But like they should be achievable with the pistol you get at the beginning, right? And I'm only talking about the point that I'm up to,
right?
But I feel like it's unfair in its combat, and it's unfair in a way that is navigable. But if you are not like super hyper present in the moment and able to comprehend what's going on exactly and act accordingly, you're not going to be able to dodge around all of the fucking annoyances that you have to dodge around if you want to not die.
Well, I haven't seen gameplay, but it seems like this is not the game where you're supposed to like play it like Doom and dodge enemies' attacks.
Well, you literally have to, or else you're going to die. Like, you have to run around corners to reload, which is fine. It takes a while to reload. That makes sense. I mean, it's slow and you have no skin. But I feel like they could have at least made your weapons more powerful or made the enemies less powerful.
Uh-huh.
Just because like they made health so infrequent.
Interesting.
Or at least make health more frequent or whatever. I don't know. They dropped the game like a whole ass week early too. It's supposed to come out on the 21st. It came out on the 14th.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't think of the last time that I heard that happening. I guess there must be lots of small games that do that all the time.
Maybe. I fucking love this game though. Like, the puzzles generally are pretty good. There's been like 2 that I had a little trouble with. And they were the same kind of puzzle.
Are there any Myst 2 difficulty puzzles?
Myst 2 wasn't that bad.
That's not true.
Like,
Myst
Riven
has literally the animal puzzle in it. Okay, nice try.
That is not that hard because it's a puzzle. It's hard because of the limitations of the software.
It has the animal puzzle in it.
But like as
you're
a puzzle,
right that maybe it's hard
hard
because of the limitations of the software, but that is all like, I guess it's still like a hard puzzle.
I'll concede it just because I know you're gonna try to die on this hill.
I'm not gonna try and die on this. If you disagree, we can move on.
but like it's really good for a Mist-like. I will say it perfectly captures what it is to be a Mist-like.
Interesting.
Like in a way that just really fills a hole that I had in my life at the moment.
It looks so cool. The thing that I get, because I'm not gonna play this game probably, is that I just keep looking at it and being like, damn, this game looks so good.
It's really good.
It's just like so beautiful. The fact that like, oh my god, they put so much detail into everything. I can't even imagine how much detail, how much time it took to put all this detail into all of the areas.
Apparently,
If
8
it's like
years.
if it's like a 5 to 10 hour game, and you have this much detail in every scene, it's like astounding. It's just astounding how much details. 8 years, even 8 years is like not a lot for how detailed and gorgeous the game is.
Yeah, I mean, it's managed to get mostly positive reviews, despite the fucking cringe lords.
Yeah, I feel like actually to some degree it might be good that some people are playing it and being like this. I hate this game. Probably, I mean, it's not good for scoring, I bet. So I'm not gonna be like thrilled about it, but it's probably good in the sense that the people who are like, I want to play a first-person shooter will realize that this game is not for them, and more people who are like, oh, but this game looks so gorgeous and I like puzzle games. So all the people complaining about the puzzles in it, like I probably like that. Like those people are probably gonna find the game.
I'm going to send you a screenshot, and I'd like you to post it in the video if you can remember to.
It's a chance. I'll just read this out, and then maybe you'll also be able to see it in the video. But it's a review that says, "One man's journey to bust a nut." I will admit,
Big Ounce.
By Big Ounce. You're not going to say Big Ounce 434. You have to keep a little bit of mystique to it.
I mean, it's more funny just to say Big Ounce.
I'm going to be honest, this doesn't mean anything to me at all, but that's pretty good about the game, I think.
I don't get it either, but that's because
You don't get it either? That's awesome. I actually love this even more.
It's just funny. This one says fleshy pee-pee. So
If you
many
don't understand it,
sphincters.
if you don't understand it, then like should you just post this review for any game where you are on a journey?
I don't know. Scorn is what my insides look like after a Taco Bell binge. This person's review is titled Snore because they're bad and they did not recommend it.
Well, I think that's probably the episode. Unless you have any other Scorn takes.
Well, this person's saying that the game's bad because they don't want to poke people. Like, use the fucking gun. Or unless they haven't gotten there, in which case...
Don't want to poke people?
Yeah, the first weapon you get's a pneumatic spike. Kind of.
You can... I bet pacifist percent. Who's going to do Scorn pacifist percent?
That'd be pretty hard to do.
Yeah? I mean, is running not a good strategy? Just run.
Right, but like, I'm just saying... Fucking A, this person only played it for like 1.2 hours and then reviewed it.
I think that's
And
fair.
also
1.2
refunded
hours. I mean, okay, I don't think you should get upset about this.
Far.
Like, you're probably right that maybe they don't have the most, like best understanding of the game. But I think that, like, going into, like, oh, we need to make sure that only the, like, people who've played it for the full game...
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, they didn't provide a very constructive review. They just said more like Snorn because it is boring. Which, like,
I guess.
it's
Probably... I agree with you that it's probably bad that they left that review. But also, like, I feel like getting upset about it is not...
I don't like it as a review because when you leave a review on a game that you didn't play, that you can't give an actual recommendation or disrecommendation on for any good reason other than I got bored, it's just not very helpful to buyers, you know? Which is the whole point of having a review system.
Don't you think that some amount of buyers are also going to be bored, and so someone might see that review and say, "Oh, well, I'll probably be bored
Sure, but
too,"
tell us
and then
why
I'll...
you're bored, you know?
I mean, I guess you're right, but I don't think that everyone has that like obligation.
I know.
I think it's
but,
maybe
like,
bad for a different reason, because I think that maybe like leaving a negative review obviously like makes like harms the game. It's just like going to be worse for the sales of the game.
Okay, I have some fucking words for this review. I'm sorry.
Okay, I think I don't think we should be getting upset about people having like bad reviews. People are going to make bad reviews. I don't think they're getting upset
this is
about
a
every
great
bad
review. This is a great review.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather play Garfield Kart. They played 6.4 hours on record.
Have you ever played Garfield Kart?
I have not. However, I have seen some Garfield Kart gameplay.
I've played Garfield Kart. I've played fucking Garfield Kart.
Well, do you prefer it over Scorn?
No.
Well, I guess you're not the same as this person who would rather play Garfield Kart.
Garfield Kart makes me want to kill people.
Does Scorn make you feel that way?
No, Scorn makes me feel good and happy.
Interesting.
Yeah, this game's good. Garfield Kart is...
Well, anyways, thanks for hearing our
my death.
Scorn takes. See us next episode where I edit an image into the podcast.
Yeah. There will be an episode, next episode, where there's an image.
It's true. It's not true.
It is true. I'm going to make you do it.
Unfortunately, I know that won't happen. Unfortunately, audience, we both know that won't happen.
I'll hold you hostage until you do.
Good luck. I know that won't happen.
I'll post those pictures you sent me last week.
I'm going into the Discord logs last week.
I actually sent it. It's the picture that I have of you.
I didn't take that picture, though.
Right, but it's a picture of you.
But you said the pictures that I sent you, but I didn't send you that picture since
I know, and then I said I actually sent it. I am the one who sent it.
I see. I understood that as you sent it just now, which is now true.
Now I sent it.
I'm not scared. Come at me. Show us your balls. See ya next time.
Auf Wiedersehen. Guten Bye-bye.